14, sample paper, question 5. Now, I'm going to make some comments about the language used in the question. At phase 9, okay, census at school. Census at school means you're interviewing everybody in a school. Questionnaire contained a question. Approximately how long do you spend on social networking sites each week? Social networking site being the likes of Twitter, Facebook, anything where you're talking to each other online. Okay, social. The histogram below illustrates the answers given by 100 students, randomly selected from those who completed the survey. Use the data from the histogram to complete the frequency table. So guys, what you do is you count up how many of each one you have. So at the moment what I did was, if I want to count any given one, so let's say for instance I want to count the second one, what I do is I go across the bottom and I get my ruler and I go straight across with a straight line, and I can see that that's halfway in between 30 and 32, which makes the answer 31. Likewise, I could go down here for 10 to 12, go straight across, and I can see that the answer is 3. Is everybody happy with filling out the table? Yeah? So filling out the table, we're going to get 11, 31, 18, 13, 11, 3, 1, 1, 6, 1, 4. How would you check that this is all correct, lads? How would you check that all of this here, you've got every number? What should it all add up to? Adds up to 100. And it does. Okay? You could always check it adds up to 100 to make sure you're correct. Now, what is the modal interval? You need to know off by heart, what does the word modal mean? The word modal means the most common time spent, or the most common results. What's the most common result? 2 to 4, because it's the biggest peak. So the answer to that is 2 to 4. Take a mid-interval times. Find the mean of the time spent on a social networking site. You need to know what mid-interval means. The first interval is 0 to 2. What's the middle of that? 1. The next one's 2 to 4. What's the middle of that? 3. 5. Do you know the easy way to do it? If you have an interval 6 to 8, add them together and divide by 2. 6 plus 8? 14. 14 divided by 2? 7. 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 and 21. So you got that? Now that you've done that, you now go to your calculator. You go to mode, you go to stat mode. You do one variable. Why is it one variable? Because you're only talking about number of hours. The frequency is how many students, okay? So, you get your frequency table up there. Does anybody not have a frequency table? Does everybody know how to get the frequency table up? I'll just do this one more time. To get the frequency table up, you go to Shift, Setup. You're in stat mode, so you look for stats. It's number 3. Frequency mode on. You now go back to your data, and now you begin. We're going to enter in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 and 21. Now, the frequency stands for how often does this happen. How many ones do we have? 11. It's going to be 11. 31 threes. 18. So you start entering in the number of students in the frequency column. Frequency always represents the amount of people that does the whatever you're talking about. So 4 people do 21 hours. Once you have it all entered in, can anybody tell me what's the next step? Press AC. Remember, you're doing statistics. Does anybody see the word stat on your calculator? It's above the 1, isn't it? What coloured writing is it in? Is it in yellow writing? Yellow means use shift. Shift is the yellow one. Shift, stat mode. Variables, 4, number 4. Which one of these is the main? 2. Equals 6.5. 6.5 hours is the mean. Is everybody happy with that? Okay. Next question, next part. Okay, what they asked next was, John is conducting a survey on the computer usage of students at his school. His questionnaire asked the same question. He plans to carry out a survey by asking the questions to 20 first-year boys on the Monday after the mid-term break. Give 2 reasons why the result from John's question might not be as representative as those in the histogram. Reason 1, 20 is a very small sample in comparison to 100. Your results might be less accurate. The more people you interview, the more accurate it gets. Second one, he's only interviewing first years. Is he not interviewing all the different ranges of students? First years only is not representative of all students. Number 3, they're just after coming off their holiday. They had the last week at home. This means that they could have spent more time in the last week on the site because they were on holidays. Reason number 4, we're not told it's a random sample. What's a random sample, guys? If I have 200 students in my school and I want to interview 40 students, how do I do a random sample? I put all 200 numbers, I list each person has a number and I take the numbers at random sample. Do you understand? Well, we don't know if this is a random sample, so he might be only talking to his class. And you know, if you're friends in class, you're friends on the net and you spend more time chatting to each other, so it might be a biased result. Is that okay? Any questions? Happy enough? Okay, moving on, number 6. Okay. 3 groups of 10 students in 3rd class. Sorry, let's make this bigger. 3 groups of 10 students in 3rd class went investigating how the number of jelly beans in bags varies for 3 different brands of jelly beans. Each student counted the number of jelly beans in a bag of brand A or B or C. The results are recorded in the tables below. Display the data in a way that allows you to describe and compare the data for each brand. So, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to circle. See this, what's this called again? Can anybody tell me? Anybody know it? It's a line plot, yeah? So it's like a bar chart, except you put dots representing how many you have. So for example, in brand A, how many 23s did I have? In brand A, how many 23s did I have? 1. How many 25s did I have?
2.
How many 26s? 32s?
2.
33s? 34? 35? 1. Do you get what I'm doing here? In brand B, we had 117, 2 22s, 2 24s, and 5 29s. In brand C, I had 3 25s, 2 26s, 2 29s, 2 30s, and 2 31s. Now here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do 2 things, okay? It goes, if you were to buy the bag of jelly beans, which brand would you buy? Give a reason for your answer based on data provided in the tables. In your explanation, you should refer to the mean number of jelly beans per bag and the range or spread. Alright, here's what I did. I got the mean of brand A. How did I get the mean of brand A? Can anybody tell me? I added them all up together and divided by the number of packets. Add them all up together. Add all 10 numbers together and divide by 10. Do you understand? You can also do it by calculator if you want. So I'll do the first one by calculator if you want. You got the shift, stat, data, okay, and you start deleting your old data from the last question. You write down 23, you write down 25, you write down 26, you write down 32, You write down 33, 34, and 35. You go back up. How many 23s did I have? How many 23s? 1. How many 25s? How many 25s? 2. How many 26s? 2. How many 32s? 2. 133, 134, and 135. Press your clear button. Go to Shift, Stats, Variable, number 2. What's our average? 29.1 sweets per bag. Repeat this procedure for brand B and brand C. You will get the following. Brand A is a mean of 29.1. Brand B is 25.4. And brand C is 27.6. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the range. Do you know what the range is? Range is the top value minus the bottom value. The top value is going to be 35 minus 23. What's 35 minus 23? 12. What about for group 2? It's going to be 29 minus 17. It's also going to be 12. And finally for the third one, it's going to be 31 minus 25 equals? Anybody? 6. Alright. What does the range mean? What can you tell me about brand C? Brand C has the smallest range. What does that mean? All the results are bunched together in a smaller area. What about brand B? Which box is bigger, brand B or brand C? Brand B. The results are more spread out. And what about brand A? They're pretty spread out as well, aren't they? So do you understand what range means now? It means how reliable, how close are each packet going to be together. Now guys, okay, I would choose brand A. Why would I choose brand A? Has the highest mean, the highest average. It also has a reasonably high minimum. What do I mean by the minimum value? What was A's minimum value? Can anybody tell me? A's minimum value was 23. What was B's minimum value? 17. And C's minimum value? 25. So C actually has a better minimum value, doesn't it? So here's what I said. I choose brand A as it has the highest mean. It has a reasonably high minimum of 23. Very close to group C's minimum of 25. And a lot better than B's minimum of 17. 5 out of 10 of the brand A boxes. What do I mean by 5 out of 10? These 5 here, what do we know about them? They're 31 and above. Do you understand? 5 out of 10 of the brand A boxes have more than 31 jelly beans. Or sorry, have 31 jelly beans or above. Technically speaking, I'm counting 21. Okay? This is more than brand B that has none above 29. And brand C only has 1 at 31 and above. So it means brand A are much more likely to get more sweets. Some people might also argue that, look, I'd prefer to get brand C because at least I'm guaranteed more consistent amount of jellies. Do you understand? Brand C has a smaller range. So that's an argument you can make as well. Is everybody happy with that answer?